Hello everyone, welcome back. I had a different video planned for earlier this week. The passing of David Prowse this past week prompted me to refocus. Star Wars was heavy on my mind all week. Of course, David Prowse has done more than Star Wars, such as the Hammer horror movies, Green Cross Code Man, and A Clockwork Orange, among many other works. Green Cross Code Man was great for learning to cross the road properly. When I saw Clockwork Orange, I said, yep, there he is, Darth Vader before Star Wars. And of course, we all remember him best for Star Wars, for his stern presence that he brought in Darth Vader. James Earl Jones did the voice. Bob Anderson did the stunt work for the intense lightsaber battles in episodes 5 and 6. And Sebastian Shaw was the face in the unmasking scene, and Ghost Anakin at the end of Return of the Jedi. David Prowse brought the power that made Darth Vader the frightening, mighty villain in those three pictures. Some fans wish we saw Prowse's face in the unmasking scene in Return of the Jedi. I think Prowse could have done it, but Sebastian Shaw did it powerfully. Of course, I haven't just revisited the original trilogy. I felt that I had to revisit the prequels as well. The more I see the prequels, the more I see new things that I didn't notice before, and end up loving the prequels even more than how I loved them when I first saw them, and when I first revisited them. It's great to see that audiences are now giving Ahmed Best the credit he deserves for playing Jar Jar Binks. Even Jake Lloyd is getting more respect for his work in Episode 1. Hayden Christensen is now getting way more praise than what he got at first when he appeared as Anakin Skywalker in Episodes 2 and 3. I'm very happy to see him getting more credit. I loved Episodes 1 and 2 as a kid when I saw them in theaters, and then I went a while without revisiting them. And in seeing them again, I still heavily enjoyed them. In revisiting the prequels recently, I truly love everything in those pictures. Now I fully understand why we need all the elements of Episode 1 and 2 to build up to Episode 3. Episode 1 discovered Anakin while building Obi-Wan's dynamic and introducing Padme. I really love Episode 2's depiction of the love story between Anakin and Padme. It's mesmerizing and rich. It builds the drama so well into the climax. A lot of people criticize George Lucas's writing and Hayden Christensen's line delivery, but I find Hayden's work and line delivery to be very fitting with the mood that he performs in those pictures. And I can't think of any other way I would have written the dialogue. I remember reading that David Prowse wanted to reprise his role as Darth Vader in Episode 3, but he had problems in his aging that led to George Lucas not casting him again. Hayden Christensen played that role, and he maneuvered quite well as Darth Vader for the limited time that we saw him. George Lucas knew what he was doing when he made these three prequels, and I'm glad that more people are understanding that and loving the prequels nowadays. As for the original trilogy, the added effects in the special editions are great, but other changes like Greedo shooting and Hayden's face as Ghost Anakin at the end of the trilogy take a lot of joy away. Since I've always been into film history, I've grown to embrace the original trilogy in their original forms. Seeing the story, scenery, and effects the way they were presented on screen back then will always be special. As a kid, when I saw Star Wars initially, I saw the 90s special editions on VHS. I saw A New Hope and loved it, and after watching it, many of my friends said The Empire Strikes Back was the best one. When I saw The Empire Strikes Back, I thought it was an incredible picture. All the sets and scenery made it very appealing to the eye, and the story was darker and more intense. Seeing Luke train with Yoda while the others were on Cloud City, and the new fright that Darth Vader brought to the picture, very intense. When it ended, it devastated me. My mom saw how much I was hurt after finishing The Empire Strikes Back, and she told me to just put Return of the Jedi on right away. So I did exactly that, and boy did I love Return of the Jedi. How much it advanced the story, seeing the climactic battle between Luke and Darth Vader, seeing Han Solo be rescued, and then engage in more action with the Ewoks and Princess Leia and Chewbacca against the Stormtroopers. I got up and cheered when it was over. Action, humor, drama, wonderful ending. Wonderful picture. Definitely my favorite of the three pictures. I can't imagine what it was like having to wait 3 years between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi when they were first released. Harrison Ford made Raiders of the Lost Ark and Blade Runner during then, while fans were waiting to see Han Solo be rescued and re-enter battle while Luke had to face his father again. Naturally, after seeing all three movies, I had Star Wars fever and had to watch the movies again and again and again. My parents bought me action figures that I played with. When re-watching the original trilogy, I actually skipped Empire Strikes Back many times. I saw A New Hope one day, and then Return of the Jedi the other day. A New Hope one day, Return of the Jedi the next day, and I kept doing that cycle. One time, we did watch The Empire Strikes Back, and then put Return of the Jedi on right away. All three movies are among my favorite movies ever. I just don't watch The Empire Strikes Back as much as I watch the others. I hope the original cuts can be released on Blu-ray someday. I hope they're not gone forever. George Lucas himself considers the original trilogy to be one movie split into 3 parts, rather than one movie followed by 2 sequels. I've never considered The Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi to be Star Wars 2 and 3. I've always felt the same way as George, and I see all 3 movies as one movie split into 3 parts. Same with Lord of the Rings. Many prequel haters pushed for Lucasfilm to be passed down to someone else. Disney bought it and excited fans and prequel haters alike with the new trilogy that ended up sucking. So now many prequel haters regret hating the prequels. Perhaps it took Disney Star Wars for prequel haters to finally understand and enjoy the prequels. Mesa approve. I can't do it. Maybe now fans can push Lucasfilm and Star Wars back to its roots. Perhaps go back to the days when everything in the Star Wars expanded universe went through approval from George Lucas for different categories of the canon in Star Wars. May the Force be with us in that. Were you there in 1980 when you saw The Empire Strikes Back in theaters and had to wait 3 years to see Return of the Jedi? How was it for you? If not, how do you feel whenever you finish watching The Empire Strikes Back? Can you let a little bit of time pass before you put on Return of the Jedi, or do you feel like you gotta put it on right away? Let me know in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and share the video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to me for more videos. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of uploads. I'm making more videos for you and bigger projects for you as we speak. Have a great week and a great life, and always love yourself for who you are. Godspeed. May the Force be with you.